I got really good at online dating during this period of time.
You in the wrong profession, Alana. You
Right.
get out of banking and get the CSI crime scene investigation. That's what you need to get into.
I would be able to look at a profile for my homegirls and be like, nope, he's full of shit. Nope. And then they would be like, well, let me just see.
I need to send you my profile.
Right.
I need
Yeah, a lot of
Let me
my
clean this
profile.
up.
profile consultation services.
Right.
Make this money in COVID.
Right.
Selling houses, dating profile consultation, and your regular job.
Right.
Exactly. Just where the money reside. Yeah, that's what we need to get
Where
there.
the money reside. Where the money reside.
Welcome to the TMF Podcast, where we have too many feelings. I'm your host, T. Staples, and I'm joined today by...
She main man Freddie B. You already know we in the building.
Hey, man, you got to be somewhere. If you're going to be anywhere, you better be inside. And who else we got?
What it do? It's your girl, Lana Boo.
You already know what it is. You better watch out, because she's booed up. Anyway, we'll bring you all these feelings from the comfort of our homes. That's right, 100% remote. If you feel our show, show us how you feel by subscribing so you can get notified when the new episodes drop. And if you like what you're hearing, send us a message. Our handles are in the description below. We love to know how you feel. In today's episode, we're going to be addressing the ins and outs to online dating. But first, it's time for a segment I like to call the Internet Never Loss. But this time, it's a little different. I go down to my normal source, your source, The Whale, YouTube, and I find another great creator that has another great story for all of us to hear. This story comes from the creator Jasmine Rose, and in the vein or in the spirit of our topic for today, online dating, she has a story to tell us about a little online dating incident that happened to her. Y'all take a listen.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all a little story about one of my online dating experiences. I remember around Memorial Day weekend about 2 years ago, I went to my friend's house and I was, sulking to her and telling her,
oh, what was me? I can't find a man.
She actually suggested I try this online dating site called Plenty of Fish. I made sure to put down on my profile who I was, the type of guy I was looking for, the type of qualities that I was looking for, and I left it at that. A couple days later, someone reached out to me. Let's just call him Tony. Tony reached out to me, let me know that he was interested, and I ended up looking at his profile, and it seemed that he had all the things that I liked. He was a second-generation Haitian American, such as me, so I felt like we could relate on different things. Another thing that I liked about his profile was that he stressed the importance of physical health and wellness, and I was all about that life because, I'm all about physical health and wellness for the most part. I let him know that I was interested. Our first time together we spent at this Thai restaurant downtown Brooklyn. He seemed really down to earth and all of that. We went to, Brooklyn Bridge Park to chill and talk some more, and he seemed like a really nice person. And he actually invited me to one of his workout sessions that he was holding at a church. And I figured, you know what, I could sure use a workout. So I went to his little workout session in his church, and it was pretty cool. A couple weeks later was my housewarming party, and I invited him to my housewarming/birthday party. He had other obligations. So a couple things to note. He did tell me that his mother passed a couple of years ago and that he was living with his father in a two-family. A couple days after my housewarming party, he actually called me up to ask to borrow some money from me because he had to pay his electricity bill. Now, in my mind, I'm like, okay, why is he asking me for money? He couldn't get the monies to pay for the Con Ed bill and all that stuff, and he was worried that his lights would get cut off, and I'm the type of person that can sympathize. I can sympathize with the lights being cut off, because I remember as a kid, my lights used to get cut off all the time. I used to use the back of my sneakers to light up every time I tried to do my homework. So I understood. I felt the struggle, and I decided to lend him the money off the strength that he was going to pay me back. And he did tell me that he was going to pay me back the very next day. He actually came to my house and we drove to the bank. I gave him the money. And of course, at the time we started following each other on social media. He did tell me that he was gonna come and cook for me and all that good stuff, and so I agreed and I left it at that. A couple of hours later, my friend Maneski came over and I ended up, you know, retwisting his hair because he had locks. After doing Maneski's hair, I sent him off on his way, and then I called Tony to see what time he'd be at my place. And when I tried calling him, something came on to the effect of,
"This phone has been disconnected."
like, I don't remember the exact wording of the message, but that kind of like got me shook. I'm like, okay, was he unable to pay his phone bill too? So I ended up trying to figure out what he was doing on social media. So I went on Instagram and I tried searching his name, and for some reason I couldn't get to his profile. Like, I was like, is there something wrong with my Instagram? I really thought there was something wrong with my Instagram. So what I ended up doing was
something
creating
wrong with you,
a fake
girl.
account
Ain't no wrong with Instagram.
and searching his name. And lo and behold, I was able to search him through the fake account. So it led me to think that he blocked me on social media. That's when I got scared because, you know, I gave him my monies. I gave him my coins, my hard-earned coins. Once I realized what the whole situation was, I drove to his house and I waited. I waited in my car. I didn't ring the doorbell. I didn't do anything. I just waited. And I remember that night, it was a dark and stormy night. It was raining and I stayed in my car all night. But he finally pulled up. When he did pull up, he went into his house. He came back with a bag. I'm guessing it was a bag of clothes because he was trying to move. So I get out of my car and I confront him. I was like, "Hey, I tried calling you. I even went on your social media. What's going on? Is everything okay?" And then all of a sudden he got super defensive.
"What are you doing here? What, you're crazy? Leave me alone."
And I'm like, "Okay, I'll leave you alone. I just want my money back." And then he was gonna leave. He was gonna leave without even mentioning my money. So he gets into his car, pulls out. I get into my car and I pull out and I end up following him. Let me tell you, I went through a car chase around East Flatbush. I ended up losing him on Avenue Jane Kings Highway, but that's another story for another day. Here this guy just completely bamboozled me for $200 for what? Probably for some Jordans. I don't even know. So Maneski told me next day, which was Sunday, to give him a call and he was gonna help me take care of it. So sure enough, Sunday, the next day, I called him up. I ended up picking him up at his house. He ended up bringing along his friend. We'll just call him Kanan because this guy has a record. Like, I didn't know what I was dealing with at the moment, but at that point in time, I really just wanted my money back. So we end up going, parking up. We tried knocking on the door. There was no response. And we end up talking to the neighbors. Someone actually came out of Tony's two-family house, but he wasn't related to Tony. He was just another neighbor in that same two-family house. And we ended up asking him if he knew Tony, knew his whereabouts and everything like that, and he didn't. But what he did tell us, of course, was some more not so good things about Tony, borrowing people's money and not giving it back. So he ended up actually giving a call to Tony's father, whom he says wasn't in Haiti. And he gave him a call, and I explained to Tony's father that, you know, he took my money and that I would kindly like it back. So he told me to come back to the same place at 8 p.m. that night, and we were like, bet. We get out the car, and Maneski's really like venting, like he's more mad than me that this guy takes my money, stands me up, and all of that, right? So he tells me that if I don't get my money, he's going to do some damage. And then he ends up showing me two swords. He shows me two flipping samurai swords.
Haitian ninja.
I seriously kid you not. He shows me two samurai swords. So here I am, life flashing before my eyes. Because if something were to happen and I'm involved, I can go to prison, I can be someone's bitch. I was seriously scared. Like, I was at that point, I didn't even want the money anymore. Like, I I did not even want that money anymore. I just wanted to go home. Like, I was seriously about to shiz my pants. I was not expecting that I was dealing with a Haitian samurai. Okay, I did not expect that at all whatsoever. But he told me not to worry, that he will try not to involve me in the altercation if there ever was one. So I make sure that I keep my distance from them. So I let them walk up front, and we end up seeing Tony's father and Tony's uncle in front of their new house. Tony's father and uncle were on one side, and Maneski, Kanan, and I were on the other side. I went across the street to get the money. I made sure to count it twice. Maneski asked me if everything was there. I told him yes. And everything went off smoothly and without a hitch. After I made sure that the money was right, cannot tell you how happy I was to get my money back. I thank the Lord. I really do thank the Lord, because he put these obstacles in my path. He put these clues in my path. He put these signs in my path, and to God be the glory. I was completely over trying to go on any online dating sites to look for someone. To God be the glory.
Amen.
Well, all right. Well, all right.
Okay.
Let me get that 200 up out you.
I'm sorry. This story was so crazy. So listen, to all you guys out there in the land listening to the T-Mail podcast right now, what's your favorite dating app? And would you let a person you just met borrow some money? Send us a message. Our handles are in the description below. And let us know how you feel. This has been yours truly, T Staples, in this edition of the Internet Never Loss. I need like a different laugh for this segment. I don't know. But anyway, catch you next time. Okay, so first question I got to ask you guys about this Internet Never Loss situation.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Was it her or was it the app?
Hold on, wait. I want to say something. Thomas,
go ahead.
I think you got something against New York girls, because this is the second or third. I don't know how many weeks.
No, this is random. I did
stupid
not.
New York chick.
The other one got flued out, Freddie B.
Right. This nigga Thomas said he's had enough of y'all calling Southern people stupid. He like, look how dumb you Northerners are. I think that's what Thomas trying to tell y'all.
Right.
And this is I picked it at random, man. I scoured the internet like I normally do, and I listened to the story, and I was like, oh, this is a good story. So you know,
look, we gonna just hop into it. So look, you said, is it the app or her? I really, now granted, I done had some bad, I done had some weird experience on apps, but I think it's me though. I just suck at apps. I think that's just me, because in person stuff happens demonstratively different, like 180-degree turn. But with this, I wanted to speak directly to her with the money. I don't get how people give out money that they don't have to give out. Like, even in the stock market. In the stock market, they tell you don't invest money that you need. Like, money you got to pay bills. Like, you don't invest that in the stock market. You don't invest that in the stuff. You invest extra liquid money that you have, that if you happen to lose, it is what it is. Will it suck? Yeah, but your life ain't gonna be messed up. So same thing. True. My philosophy with people, like, I'm not gonna give you money to borrow. You know what I mean? Like Thomas. If Thomas hit me and said, "Yo, Fred, I need $200." If I got $200 extra, I'm just gonna give it to him. I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, pay me back." It's just like, here, this is yours. If he want to pay me back, he can pay me back. That's totally up to him. And so if he don't pay me back, I'm not gonna say nothing about it. But then if he come again like some months later, like, "Yo, Fred, I need $300." Now I'm not gonna just give it to him freely. Now it's gonna be a conversation. Like, okay, I gave you $200. Like, then now I'm gonna start to get in your business. So if you don't want me in your business, then you can give me the money back. If you give me the money back, then next time you ask $300, I'll continue just to give you money until you stop giving it back, and then it's gonna be a conversation. Then after that, then it's like, all right, nigga, we need to pull out bank records. I need to see what you're doing, because you keep asking me for money. What are you doing? Where are you messing up?
You in my business at that point. Oh,
yeah,
so,
I'm all deep.
I want to reference. So you said it though, because I was going to ask you this. I was going to say, but what if the person you're giving the money to, in your case, right, is consistently giving it back?
Like, then I keep giving it to him.
Oh, okay.
Like say for instance, you ask me for $200, I'm just gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna expect it back. I'm not gonna get mad if you don't give it back.
But as long as I drop the $200 back off, then I hit you 6 months, then I'll be like, oh, I need $300. You gonna be like, all right, nigga, here go $300.
There you go. If I have $300 extra, but it's all obviously it's all dependent. If I have the money, then boom, I ain't gonna ask you no questions. I'm gonna like, all right, how you want it? You want it Cash App to you, Zelle? You know, what's better? You know, usually probably the first time I did it is going to be the way we do it. So then I just, boom, hit you. Boom, boom, boom. You know, if you keep giving it back, then I know like, okay, you just need it to spot you, to bridge you, or whatever the case may be. Boom. I'm not going to ask you no questions. That's on you. Take care of your money. But you know I gave you money. I don't need to remind you. You know what I mean? Like,
she was going to get her money, though.
Yeah, but it's like, wow. Like, you see, she almost died. Like, for what? Like, why I'm going to chase her down
but
another
why the
adult?
samurai Haitian, though? That was funny. She said,
it's like, why? Over $200? Your life is worth $200? That's what she's saying.
Right.
Like, nah, I'm gonna give you $200. If you don't want to give it back, cool. Then, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I'm gonna keep moving. You know what I mean? But that's how you lose. That's how you put prices on friendship, and you put prices on stuff when it's like, all right, you gotta pay me back. Like, for what? Like, if I have to pay you back, that means that you don't have the money to give. So why are you giving it to me? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but if you come to me and say I need $200, and I'm like, yo, I ain't really got it, and you're like, yo, Fred, I really need it because I got loan sharks on me. They about to kill me. Da 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 da. Then that's an extenuating circumstance. You got extenuating circumstance. You about to get kicked out your house. Somebody about to kill you. Something like that. That's extenuating. So then it's like, okay, we come together to try to make this happen and get it paid off, and then but like I said, still I'm not even really expecting it back because I'm not a loan shark. I ain't got no collateral. If somebody don't have collateral on you, they not gonna be inclined to pay you back.
That's good. But here's the thing, though. Why did she give it to him with having such a short and a lot of I don't know if you even call this relationship at this point, but like she met him on an app and they've had a few conversations and had a date or two.
No, I wouldn't call that no.
Oh, he hit. Oh, you think that's what it was?
I wouldn't call it no relationship. But in the event that he did get some, I could see where she would feel inclined to try to help him, because at that point she's created an attachment to him. So
an entanglement of sorts.
An entanglement of sorts. And so but no, like, somebody that, you just met, we've been talking, like a couple of weeks or something like that. It's immediately a red flag when you start asking me for money. Like, I got people, that I've been friends with, kicking it with, for years that they never asked me for nothing. But you, all of a sudden, I meet you on an app and we only a couple of weeks in. You're comfortable enough to ask me for money?
Yeah, that's the part.
That's a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, how he fixed his mouth to even ask her for some money? But if you listen to the story, she had a housewarming party. So
and yeah, when she said that, I'm like, you gonna invite this dude to your house? And
right?
I was like, just met.
And that made me think he's scheming because it's he didn't ask her the money while they was on dates and stuff. He waited. Oh, housewarming. Oh, hey, well, let me get $200. Like, I'm gonna take the fruit of your labor. Yeah. Basically, that's what it sounded like to me.
He probably was grooming her. This is probably an example of being groomed. And then with her, she probably got codependent. Like some people, a lot of people having codependency issues. And as soon as they meet somebody, you cool from the beginning. Yeah. Like, they just automatically become attached to you. But and usually that happens with it happens with both sides, but usually happens with you find it happens with women because like women are led by their feelings. They they like okay, they feel like okay, he's gonna take care of me, he's here for me, and it's like okay, they just attach. Like I said, men do it too.
Right.
But usually you hear these stories, it's like oh this man has schemed this woman out of her money,
and that's just sad, man. That that you got to go that low to scheme women, and then not only that. What you're essentially saying is, I don't respect these women, like because they don't respect themselves. Or I feel like I can get over them, so I don't respect these women. You know what I mean? So I just think that's terrible. And there's some other parts of this story that I had to leave out because it's actually a lot longer than what we played. But
yeah,
it's some parts where he actually called her after the incident of her getting the money back. So he kept calling. She decided she wasn't gonna pick up the phone, and then what happened was he emailed her that he was going to be suing her soon, and he's going to call the police on her because she harassed him to get that money. She harassed him, and she was like, "I didn't even respond because I was just happy to have my money. That's all I wanted."
Right.
And
the whole thing's a scam. I think it's literally scammed her. This is what you call a scam.
Yeah.
what's crazy is she's Haitian, of Haitian descent, and he's of Haitian descent, and that's what she wanted. So let's talk about it. Let's dig into the topic today. You know, the ins and outs of dating apps. I gotta know because, you know, I'm out the game, y'all. I ain't been on no dating app. I don't even know the experience like that. But you know, Alana Boo, Freddie B.
you've been in a relationship.
You've been out the game
before it was even a thing.
Right. I missed the whole era, son. So what I need to know is, you know, what was it like to sign up for these apps? Because one of the things, and to use her reference or her story as a reference point, right? Is one thing I heard is she signed up, she put in her profile what she was looking for, and then I don't know if she matched, but she received what she wanted.
Nope, you don't never want to do that.
Okay, so that was a bad move off the top because I was like, yo, she got everything, same thing that she wanted. She got exactly what she needed. You
giving them the playbook of what it is to say to you.
Talk about it, boo. Talk about it, Lana Boo. Tell us what we need to do.
Man, you don't create your, and ladies, you do not create your profile saying the type of man that you're looking for. You can put a little something about yourself or whatever, but don't be saying, oh, I'm looking for, you know, a God-fearing, you know, it don't matter if you put like a certain kind of industry that you want him to be a part of, like entertainment industry or something like that. Like, don't put specifics in your profile about specifically what you're looking for. Allow these people just to show you who they are. And then you decide from there. I mean, you know what it is that you're looking for. So you decide from what they show you if this is what I'm looking for or if it's not. But once you just put out the playbook of, I'm looking for A, B, C, and D. And then, of course, they're going to come and they're going to hit you with everything that's in your profile. You gave them everything that they needed to know to get to you.
That's kind of interesting you said that. So, and so, Freddie B, would you agree, like, because when you setting up, like, from the start of, like, actually signing up, putting the information in, like, how far do you think you need to go in order to be attractive to the opposite sex, to make a match, essentially?
So, you know what? While Alana Boo was talking, it was like initially I was like, she right. But then I was like, she was talking and I was thinking about her initial statement of putting the playbook out there. And I was like, you know what? I actually disagree.
You want the play? So you want the playbook out there?
No, I'm not saying I want the playbook. I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, me being a man. Because the thing is, like I said, you know, women are led by feelings, men are led by logic. And so when that, you know, I say that all the time. But, you know, and I'm not saying that to attack, you know, to anybody listening. I'm not saying that to attack women or anything like that. I'm saying, like, because they both are necessary. You need feelings. When you're in a relationship, you need the one person to be led by feeling, and you need the one person to be led by logic. You need both of them. Both of them are important. But when it comes to just meeting somebody, sometimes a man being led by logic, he's able to logically look at something to see how he can manipulate it if you have nefarious reasons, and a woman, and be able to take advantage of a woman being led too much by feelings. Some women are led too much by feelings, and they don't sprinkle in any logic. Now, you have those women who are led by feelings, but they got enough logic in there to where they not with the dumb stuff, and men know that, and so they ain't gonna try them. But a man can see a woman like, oh yeah, this is a flipper. Like, I mean, men talk about this all the time. Like, we already know, like, oh, she going, we can flip her. Like, she gonna be gone, so I can give her exactly what she want, and I'll go with it. And the reason why I disagree, why I say I
was just about to ask you. So how does that disagree? Okay, so let's get into that. Yeah.
Because I think because people don't want to waste their time, so it's like, you know, you put out there what you expect. So, you know, if a dude like, oh, okay, yeah, that ain't really me. I ain't really trying to, because majority of men will see something like, oh, what she asking, that ain't me. I'm good, and they leave it at that. But you got some men who
see it,
right,
and they play on it.
Right, exactly. But the thing is that women need to know, like, the stuff you asking for, you need to know about it. So, like what you said, women say, like, I want a God-fearing man. Women will say that, and the whole God-fearingness, they just leave up to the dude. But they themselves aren't really good. They just, I believe in God, and that's it. They aren't God-fearing themselves. They want that as a qualifier to say, like, oh, he gonna be a safe man, and he not gonna scam me. And people forget that Satan quoted scripture to God to get him to, you know, to throw himself off the mountain and all that. So Satan knows
the classic preacher saying, right, is the Satan knows the Bible better than some angels.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
my, you know, my point for saying, like, don't be so specific, because like you said, the devil knows the Bible too. So he see the first thing you put on there as a God-fearing man, his angle to come at you is going to be on some quote unquote wannabe godly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing because I've done online dating a couple of times. I've done Black People Meet before when it first came out back in college. And I found my
Before
current
all the scams on
husband.
there.
Yeah, well, before it became kind of like the meat market.
Right.
And so I've done a couple of them, and one of the things that I always said when I'm reading a profile, just trying to weed through the men, is like, if he mentions God like more than 3 times, you scamming. You scamming. Like,
and you know what? And I definitely feel you on that. And I agree with that as well. I agree with that. But like I said, what I think that if you're a woman, I mean, I think it's okay you put God friend, but like you yourself got to know what time it is. You yourself got to be God fearing yourself, because the thing is, you could put it there, and some guys, they know, like, I'm not God fearing. I'm not trying to be on no date with no woman that's talking about God or anything. I ain't with none of that. Yeah, so I ain't gonna mess with it. But then you got the guys who are scamming. So then you gonna either get the guys who are scamming or the guys that are real. And so if you yourself God fearing, you locked in, you know what time it is, and you know how to approach a situation systematically and with nuance, you can sit with a guy and have conversations with him, and you'll have that discernment within yourself to know, like, this guy's real or this guy is fake.
Got to have discernment.
Right, exactly. But a lot of women don't have that. They expect, like, okay, they don't know enough about the God themselves and the scriptures themselves. They just know, they just assume that, okay, if he believe in God and he talk about God, he not gonna hurt me. But the thing is that Satan is a God-fearing man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the part people don't really understand and don't really know. They think that God is Satan is anti-God.
Right.
Satan just operates.
They say wouldn't be Satan without God.
Right, exactly. Satan just operates from the standpoint that he just wants to take down mankind by any means necessary, because we're made in his likeness. So when he sees us, he sees God, but he knows the whole spiel of God, and he knows the end. He knows what the end is. He knows in the end he's defeated, but he's just like, okay, it's just like with anybody. If you know you're gonna die, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna take down as much as you motherfuckers as possible before I die. I tell you that. I'm going to take as many of y'all with me before I die. And so Satan is God-fearing. So if you a woman and you want a God-fearing man, you need to be a God-fearing woman as well, so you can differentiate between the two.
Have y'all seen that commercial with Satan? It's about 2020. I mean, the Satan and the girl.
It's a Match.com ad.
Yeah, so even Satan got a date.
Yeah, even Satan got a date. That's what they're trying to say.
They trying their best to normalize. They normalizing Satan, make him seem
Right.
like humanized.
Well, I was just going to ask for it to be. Is it because people are using the God in their using God fearing man in their profile so much that they was using it as a play on words of sense or play on phrases?
I think it's now. One part, like, cause like what I said, with what Alana said, it's like I agree and disagree. It's like weird. It sounds like I'm straddling the fence, but I actually do, cause I think that I agree with her when she said, like, putting God, I want a God fearing man, and what you want in a man. I think that you can talk about yourself. I think that it's probably better. Like, I'm a woman who, I'm a God fearing woman, and I'm this, and this, or whatever the case may be. You can talk a little bit about yourself so that the man can get to know you a little bit just on that initial standpoint, and he can kind of, find where he fits in, if he gonna holler at you or not.
Okay, so you fill your profile out and you start to either receive responses or get responses back or whatever. But before we go too deep in it, I want to ask you, based on just that part of the conversation, what do you guys think is like the best app for like getting accurate information for both sides of the equation?
From my experience, because I did a couple of dating apps, the one where I felt like I met the most genuine people was eHarmony.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's like the old school one, ain't it? That's from back in the day. That's the one that first got it kicked off, right?
I don't know if it was the first one, but
that's when you got to pay to be on, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to pay for that.
Yeah, eHarmony. I mean, they have like free weekends and stuff, like, like especially like around holidays and stuff. But and I looked at the app. The app says that it's free, but you're limited to what you can do. Like if you really want to have a deep conversation with somebody, like it's limited, and you have to go ahead and pay for the service in order to get access to certain stuff and certain information. So but yeah, I found the most genuine people, when I went on dates, to come from eHarmony.
Gotcha. And it's
that
possibly
actually makes sense
because you
Makes
had to
sense.
pay
You gotta
everybody
pay for
paying,
it.
so
You gotta
everybody
pay
comes
for it.
serious. Yeah.
You paying a premium price too, because it ain't cheap.
Oh, it ain't like what, like
No, it
$10?
ain't cheap. No, I wish it was $10. I think I did my first subscription, and I actually got my subscription on sale because it was like New Year's Eve around that time, and I just did the 6 months, and I think it was like $69 or something like that,
And that's on sale.
and that was on sale.
So wait a minute. Now, quick question, side note question. Is eHarmony the one that you found your current with, or was it
Yes.
another? It was. Okay, good. So you got your money's worth. Okay.
I got my money's worth.
Get your money's worth.
She got more. She got more. She got more than her money.
I got a good return on my investment.
She got a whole husband.
Right. She got more than her money's worth. She got her honey's
yeah.
worth. Honey's
Yeah.
worth.
She got like what? She got like 5,000-10,000% return on that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. So Freddie B, same question. What about you? I mean, what did you find to be the one that you could put the, like we were talking about putting the right information in so that we can make sure the matches are going in our favor. What app works for you?
I probably should have talked first before Mumfletch and Alana Boo with her. You got me going after that. This mother found a whole husband on the app. Like, I can't compete with that. I don't have nothing for that. But just the little stuff I got, the little sadness that I got. Alana need to be this. That eHarmony need to be hollering at her like.
We need a
her husband is the voice of the Timberwolves. Like y'all are in a ready-made commercial for eHarmony. Like
We really are. Yeah.
that should have been the Super Bowl. eHarmony did a Super Bowl commercial with y'all too, and he come on and this is the voice of the South, and I am Sean Barker, and I found my wife on.
Wait, what's the tag? He got
eHarmony.
You got to do the tagline. What's the tagline?
I don't know. I forgot the tagline. Tommy, why you
my
put me
bad.
out there?
I
You
put
know
you out
it.
there.
You
My
put it out
bad. I put you out there.
there. What's the tagline, Tommy? I don't know it.
I thought you had it. You just said it.
I don't. That was my interpretation.
It's the main
of her
event.
husband.
It's the main event voice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
the main event voice.
But I'm asking you, Thomas Alana Boo, what's his tagline?
Oh,
wife.
Wife. No, he is the main event voice.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, yeah, y'all are ready-made Super Bowl commercial for eHarmony. But I would say I probably got the most like action and hits per se on Hinge. Our producer, he just dropped that to me, Buddy Lee. Hinge, it's a nicely laid out, looks good. I haven't tried Coffee Meets Bagel. I've heard about that, but
That just sounds freaky, don't it? When you hear Coffee Meets Bagel.
yeah. They actually was on Shark Tank too.
Wait,
I think they got investment.
Well, before you continue, Freddie, let me just go ahead and do this then. So here, I did a Google search, and I just wanted to, for all y'all out there to know, this dating app thing is not easy because there's a lot of these bad boys. And
Yes.
a lot of these are names you have actually heard. Here's a little list. Bumble, OkCupid, Hinge, Tinder, Coffee Meets Bagel, POF. I don't know what that is.
Plenty of fish.
Oh, Plenty of Fish. Happening, Grinder, eHarmony, Her. I guess that's for.
That's the lesbian, the LBGTQ.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you did. Zooks, Badoo, Badoo. Is that Badoo?
Yep.
I think so.
Elite Singles. That sounds expensive. The League. That sounds even more expensive.
Exactly.
Failed, FEELD. Is that right? Field or failed?
I haven't
FEELD.
heard that one.
Raya, Clover, Hilly, Love, Lulu, Spooner, and Blender. And there are a host of other apps. These are just some of the top popular ones. These apps are the apps that have over 10 million.
Christian Mingle. You forgot
Right.
about
Christian Mingle's
Yep.
big. Farmers.
Yep, they got farmers.
yeah.
They have Our Time for those over 50.
Really? They got for over 50 ones?
Yeah, it's called Our Time.
Oh, wow. And they would use the word time in that motherfucker. Like, your time running out.
Your time is
Time is
limited.
running out.
Limited time
Sand
only.
through the hourglass.
That is kind of, why would they call it hour time? I don't know if I feel some kind of way about that. Is it age shaming?
I feel like the hour might be a play on like hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
But your time is running out when you older. They should like if they
Exactly.
had said
You
it for
about to
young
die.
people, that'd
That's
be
why
different.
They saying right
You
now
about
it's
to die.
our time right now because tomorrow ain't
If you
promised.
wait, it's right. You better not wait.
It was our time. Like, you an empty nester. You ain't got no more kids. You didn't raise them. Now it's all about you, baby.
Right.
You ain't gonna have
It'd
no
be funny.
kids.
Now they should have empty nesters. Now that would be a dope one. That would be good for old people. Like, empty nesters. We've got something to fill your nest. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, so it's a lot of apps. So I mean, what? Okay, you landed Freddie B. Which one did you land on again? You said
I mean, well, I've been on Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, OkCupid, Facebook dating app. I forgot about that. Facebook has one.
Yep.
Facebook is a dating app, isn't it? Isn't Facebook a dating app? Technically,
Basically.
I mean,
No,
it used to be, but not no more.
They have a
But they
dating
have
component.
they have a
dating component inside of it. And Black it's another that's
Black People Meet. That's not on the top. Why was that not on the top lab?
Well, so the one I was on was just called Black. I haven't been on Black People Meet.
Well, I'm kind of curious. I know I've seen a commercial for Black People Meet.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Come on,
commercial
Google.
too,
Now, they
but
should be up there. Yeah, you know what? Now that I look at this list, where's the diversity, Google?
You already know. But so I've been on. I think that's it. I think that's all I've done. And like I'll get on them for like a couple months and then I'll delete them out because I get frustrated. Because like I said, when it comes to dating apps, like the thing is like if I've gotten to the time where I've met a chick, then it's always good. But I don't ever get to that point because I think my personality doesn't translate well if you don't know me on the internet.
I can see
It don't
that.
translate well.
So
it don't translate well.
you filled
So I
out the
suck.
profile. You've matched with somebody, and now you start to talk to her. And if it's
hold
on
on,
the
wait, also,
internet,
let me
that's
say
where your
this.
personality. Is that where that piece happens at Freddie B?
Yeah, because I mean, like, the thing is that because I'll get a lot of hits, but then there'll be a lot of hits from. I mean, I guess probably everybody. A lot of hits from niggas I don't want to talk to. Like, I'm not talking to you. Nope. That's a no.
How do you know not to talk to them?
I just say
If
them.
they're hitting, it's like if it's hitting.
Because here's the thing with me, when I see a chick pictures online, I just automatically take like 2-3 points off because there's so many filters and sparkles and stuff girls be putting on their pictures. I just assume like if you look decent on your profile, I assume you ugly. You got to be like fine. Cause it's just too many filters. Like nobody posts pictures without filters. But some pictures you could tell that don't have filters, and those I take serious. Like all these filters is like pissing me off. So, cause I don't know what you look like. And then I've met with chicks. I'm like, come on, fam. Like you don't like.
Right.
You barely even the same. I'll be like, bruh. Like I'll be there and then I'll just drink and then I'll just roast them. I just be talking. I just be me, and I just like I don't even care about the date no more because I'm like you lied already. You damn near catfish me. But like doing the texting back and forth. For one, I'm not trying to text forever and a day, and I'm supposed to be getting to know you. I do that with somebody I know. Like we just because you know my voice. I know your voice. Like we cool. But other than that, like I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to meet. I'm trying to meet up. So body language matters and all that type of stuff matters. But nowadays. You got so much stuff that happens and I heard some stories. Like some girls I have met, they told me stories about dating apps. It's like, I get why, chicks be like, I don't know if I'm really trying to meet up with you. And I get it. And it sucks because you got all these stupid ass dudes out here that's doing dumb stuff. Like the stupidest stuff. It's like, why in your mind you thought that was okay? Like, for example, this one chick, she told me she met this guy off a dating app because we met off a dating app. She met off a dating app, went out with the guy like 2 or 3 times, and then like the 4th time, she let him come back to her house on just some, like they went out and they got some drinks, and then they was in the area of her house, so he came back to her house, and they was going, she was like they gonna watch a movie, and it was like early evening, like 8-ish, 9-ish. So it wasn't a time where you would just assume that I'm about to get something. It'd be different if like you came back at 1 a.m, then you might have that like, I'm probably about to get some. But this was a little bit earlier where it's like, okay, still an evening. They was in her crib, in her living room. They didn't go to her bedroom. Went in her living room watching a movie. Mm-hmm. She got up, went to the restroom. She came back out. Dude was sitting on her couch, booty butt ass naked.
He thought it was prep time.
Ready to go. He took off all his clothes and he was ass, booty, butt naked. I ain't talking about cause when I say naked, when I say naked, I mean just draws. Somebody got just draws on, you naked. But if you booty, butt ass naked, that means that you have not a stitch of clothing on. And that's what this nigga was doing. And she looked out. She was like, bro, what is you doing? And she automatically, obviously, was like, yo, you got to go. He started tripping out. She had to call the police. The police had to come and remove him from her apartment.
Booty butt ass naked, though.
I mean, by that time, he started putting some of his clothes back on.
Oh, okay.
When they started arguing, he started putting some of his clothes back on. But
That's
Yeah,
gotta
like
be.
the
That's
police
gotta
had
be a weird argument because it's not. It's like an argument that you would see on TV with a married couple and somebody, is getting ready to go to work or something. And he putting clothes on. Except you're not even married. You just met this girl and you done got naked and you ain't even getting us. Now you arguing on your way out looking like a husband or something. But you ain't even that.
I mean, to be honest, me as a man, if I came out a chick naked, I'd be like, I wouldn't feel threatened or scared. I'd be like, bitches, you crazy? Like, what, where did this, like, what? Like, I'll be just wanting to know, like, why she felt the need to do that. But then you got to flip it. Like, nah, this chick, she was tall. She was, like, I'm 6'2". She was 5'10". She's 5'10", probably about, like, 175. So, she was a taller, like, just bigger girl. But still, the fact of the matter is probably, men are stronger than women. We know that. Yeah. And so as a woman, you come out and dude on your couch naked, like you probably you gonna have some fear in your heart. Right. Yeah. You're thinking like, if he want this, he could just snatch it. He in my apartment. Yeah. It's just me and him. Like if he want it, he could just snatch it and then roll out. Like you gonna have some fear too. Yeah. So that's the part that's just wild. It's like fam, like you can't do that, man. Like she's scared. Like she's literally like scared. That's like I can imagine if I was somewhere and a dude pulled out a gun and I'm in my car. And he's saying like get out the car, something like that. And I'm behind the wheel with the doors up, like I could get away, but he got a gun out. Like it's fear gonna hit my heart. Yeah, so that's the same thing. And so when you hear that, it's like, shoot, I want to meet, but niggas are scared.
Well, that's what I say. The fear, that kind of a thing, that type of experience, could sway somebody from going on another date on that particular app.
Absolutely.
So I wonder if the story you just told, Freddie B, pushes more people towards certain apps for certain safety. And as you both may know, Bumble allows the women to make the first move. And I wonder if it's to prevent those type of stories that Freddie B just told from happening, which is interesting because Bumble, it must be working, or either that they just making money because they just went public on the stock exchange. Yeah, they did. So them allowing women to make the first move. I mean, I don't know if this is working or not, but Alana, but what do you think about that? That
it's not.
Freddie B would say it's not. He ain't let her answer yet.
Yeah. Let's see. So you want to know if the women feel safer in terms of being the first one making the first move,
right? And because like with Freddie B's story, that man doing what he did could scare her away from this type of dating, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I understand, them kind of putting it out there. I think what they're trying to avoid is some stuff like I've experienced some pervy messages,
story time,
unsolicited, pervy messages. You get the guys in your inboxes, oh girl, you so fine. I mean, and they literally be that cheesy. We'll make some pretty babies and and shit like that. And you just like, really? But I think that's their attempt to try to block that foolishness. But it kind of does not do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I as a woman reach out and I initiate the conversation and you're still that pervy type of dude, then your return message to me is just going to be on some pervy type of shit, and so you really didn't block it. It's just that I initiated it at that time, but I don't know how much in terms of a security, how safe it still is, because you can still run into that same situation no matter which app that you're on, because you're in essence, you're still just meeting a stranger. So it can happen on any app, whether the woman initiates it or not.
Gotcha. Huh. That's interesting. So, okay, let me ask you this question then. With these apps, if there's no real safety in place, do you think being in the online dating scene is more dangerous than dating in public, equal to dating in public, or less dangerous than dating in public?
In my opinion, it's equal.
It is equal. So, because crazy is crazy, right? Crazy is crazy.
Crazy is crazy no matter if I found, because I dated a guy, well, not really like dated, but started talking to a guy that I actually met, of all places, in the Kinko's. So
wait, from the app, you met him at the Kinko's?
No, not from the app. This is just a real life situation.
Got you.
Thomas selfish. Thomas is selfish, man. That nigga tried to play. That nigga said you met a nigga, you matched with a nigga off the app, and then y'all decided the first date Kinko's.
No.
for copies and bubble gum.
No, I was having my when I first bought my first house, I was having a housewarming party, so I had went to Kinko's to print my my invitations. So and he was there getting some business cards printed, and we just kind of started talking there at the Kinko's or whatever. He told me his name was one thing. Come to find out, he had totally lied about that. License was suspended. He got arrested.
Damn.
It was just a whole bunch of shit, and that was off of somebody I just met in person. Some people feel like, oh, online dating is so dangerous. You don't know that person. Well, guess what? In real life, when somebody comes up and introduces themselves to you, you don't know them either.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if they approach you online or if they approach you in person. You still got to use your little spidey sense, as I call it, or that discernment that we talked about earlier, to see if they full of shit or not.
Yeah, I was just about to say you got to use you got to be careful and avoid the Jedi mind trick, because it can happen
Exactly.
anywhere.
Exactly, online or in person. I've been, because I would consider that in that situation me getting kind of scammed. I didn't give him anything but my time, but I still felt like I was scammed out of my time. You know what I'm saying? Because off the rip, I don't know you from a can of paint. But you felt the need to lie to me about your name of all things. Like
Right,
damn,
right.
like this is how we gonna start this.
You should have met Maxine Waters before you dated him, so you can reclaim that time.
Man,
hit the hammer. I'm reclaiming my time.
I wish I could, but yeah, and then it's like I've dealt with the same situation online, with a guy that I started talking with, and he ended up he was actually in a relationship, and one of the first two questions I asked this dude was, "Are you single?" I said, because I cannot assume just because you're on a dating app, that you're single. Now, of course, he
lied.
Oh, he just flat out lied. Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah,
lied.
and put a story to it. Oh, yeah, I'm single. I've been single for about 2-3 months now.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went through the whole little spiel or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. And then all of a sudden, I texted him. He didn't respond for like a couple of days. And, I wasn't fucked up with it. I'm talking to other people. So then he finally responds, and I guess his conscience kind of hit him. Well, I am in a relationship, and, I didn't want to say so at first and all this bullshit. And I was like, nigga, you didn't already lie. And I screenshotted the me asking him that specific message in a text message. I sent it right back to him and said, you already lied, fam. It's a wrap.
But have you ever dealt with a guy who, if you didn't ask that question, who would do the same, who wouldn't say nothing about his situation? His situation.
No, because typically when I ask that, they always have an answer.
So you too smart for that. You always want to ask that question. You put that question up front in the interactions.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all not getting her. She ain't going. Just want to let y'all know she wasn't going back in the day. She wasn't going. Okay, so ask me this question, Freddie B, Alana Boo. Do dating apps promote superficial dating? And the reason I've asked this question, I'm going to frame it in the context of, because a lot of them, we are going based on the profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think dating apps have dumbed down dating, and it's been a bad look for dating, period. But it's all money. Like, all these people behind it, they making money. They kill us if you meet. Like, I mean, actually, not even they kill us. They would rather you not meet somebody so you stay on.
So you can stay on the app. Yep.
Right, because we're all products, we're all commodities for these apps. But I mean, the apps, these dating apps, they have dumbed them down, because now it's like you don't have to do anything to quote unquote meet thousands of people. Like, when you out in the real world, like, cause some men and women aren't equipped to be meeting people. And so when you out in the real world, you're not gonna
break that down. They're not equipped to meet people. To meet, I mean, you didn't say to date. You said to meet. You got to break that one down, Freddie B.
To meet somebody. Yeah, to meet somebody new under the auspices of wanting to date them. Like, you ain't correct. You ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't ready. They ain't right. They don't like.
They anti-Tiffany Haddish. They ain't ready.
Oh Lord, please. Oh, man.
You just didn't kill Freddie B whole vibe. Just didn't kill this whole vibe.
That's funny, man. Messed you up, didn't I, boy?
Hell yeah.
He ain't ready.
Oh, no.
He ain't ready.
Man, I don't be wanting to hear her talk. Man. Golly.
Oh,
I
that's.
definitely want to hear no stand up from her.
Oh, damn.
But you know, yeah, it's. But yeah, some dudes. I mean, as a dude, you got to have certain stuff to be like, okay, you gon' like I'm a date a chick, because it's like other than that, you just about to destroy her life. There's some dudes in positions to where if you started to engage a woman on a romantic sense, like all you do is destroying her life. You are actively destroying her life. It's gonna get to a point to where the bomb gonna detonate, and then you're gonna really destroy her life because you ain't got nothing to provide for her. Literally nothing. Some dudes have nothing to give to a woman. Nothing mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, or financially. They have nothing. But they gonna engage but you got an app, you got a phone, you can download the app and be swiping. They just swipe right, because they know they have nothing to give to her. And they're like, oh, well, I do want some vagina. I do want to smash something. So whoever matches first, boom. And they find the first chick who going, who ready, who's stupid, and then say what Alana just said. Oh, you so beautiful. Just flatter him. You know, you flatter him, and that's the first time somebody told him, like, oh, this guy I don't know. He just said I look so beautiful. You feel good, and it's like that empty feeling good. And then you want to meet with him. You're like, oh wow, man, you gorgeous, man. You are so, and you just feel good, and that feels good to her. She loves it. And like, oh, you're so great. And then if you look halfway decent, then boom, she at the crib. I got me some vagina. He just keep going with that, and maybe try to add something else to it. Keep going, and then okay, she like, well, so what? She would start pressing her relationship. Be like, man, come on, man, you crazy, man. She crazy, and then she done, but she done wasted. She done wasted months. Because you never had nothing for her to begin with. But that's what dating apps do. Because you can sit literally in your home, in your drawers, and just shop women. And it's commodified people. Because people are like shoes. You can just look and be like, nope. Yeah. Nope. Yes.
And
Yes. Nope. Yes. And
it's also like, I mean, it's just like with all other social media platforms, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, and your Snapchats and all that. It's like you can look at it like your highlight reel. You know, you're putting your best face forward. You're putting your representative up front.
Oh God.
Oh wow. You know, it's funny. You just channeled our producer. He literally just said dating in person and online people are like peacocks. They're bringing their representative. They're just showing their feathers. That's literally he just texted me that. I was going to say it, but you took the words out of his mind.
Yeah, so you can just, I mean, basically everybody's, ain't nobody going to say, put on their profile picture, like a regular, like just going around. I'm going to run into the grocery store today, so I got on my sweatshirt.
They can put the ring light up. You got to put the ring light.
Yeah, you got to put the ring light up. You got to make sure your makeup is flawless. You know what I'm saying? Your wig sitting right. The edges is laid,
hey. I knew it was getting there.
You got to make sure all that is in place before you snap all these 100 angles just to get the right one.
Bam.
And put your filter on it, as Freddie B would say. Throw a couple of filters on it, and then you post it up.
Get
so
the right
everybody's
pose,
you got to hit all them angles like Greg said.
Hit the pose, yeah.
So you got to do all that just because you're trying to put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna put up a bummy looking picture. When I was on even on eHarmony, as I was scanning profiles, you saw some thirst traps on there with dudes with their shirts off, and you know what I'm saying, just all that kind of stuff. Because everybody kind of just wants to put out this certain look or image or whatever, but it's like then it's up to you to start peeling those layers back to try to figure out who this person is.
Right.
But you don't, like off the rip, is online dating and making people superficial when it comes to dating? Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. What if, and this is a hypothetical, so we know this is in the realm of the T Staples thought process. Is there opportunity to just say what you are there for if it is in fact sex? Have you heard of anybody being successful? I mean, because in life that's not a successful mode. You can't just walk up like, hey, listen, I saw you from over there and you're looking good, and I'm interested in having sex with you later if that's cool with you. Like, that would probably get a drink in your face. You know what I mean? On these apps,
I'll be like, mad respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would appreciate the honesty. Like real shit. I would be like, you know what? That's not my cup of tea. But you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for not bullshitting with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for not trying to finesse, and trying to finesse me out the panties. You know what I'm saying? You just was straight up honest about what your motive was, and I appreciate that.
Man, shoot. I used to only get like one or two yeses. Out about 30 people I do that with. I was like, man, I had to stop doing that. Oh, shit. 30. I
You said
done
that
asked
30 women?
Right.
before I got a yes. Yeah, I used to.
Damn.
It was like 30 women before I got a yes. It'd be like 30.
Nigga, time
Yes,
was like
sir.
the carnival shooting a little water cannon and all the little targets. Nigga,
Had a couple-
which
had a
one
couple-
I'm gonna hit? Which one I'm gonna
Right.
hit?
Yeah, had a couple extra dry shirts in my trunk of my car, just just in case. Yeah, I mean, but see, I was kind of a little bit more of a brute, a little bit more blunt back then, back in the day, and I would just be saying stuff, and I was a lot of times. It's kind of interesting because I got older. You kind of figure out that honesty. Most women don't want honesty. And so the reason I'm asking the question about the dating apps, because I'm kind of curious when you put that kind of brutal honesty into your profile, right, into your setup, would that get any kind of swipe rights or or whatever it is, or likes or any responses? Would you really, do you think you would get any responses? Because like I said, I was 30 for 2. I'd be 30 women to get 2. You know what I'm saying?
I think you would get response. I mean, I personally know some women who are okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Who aren't necessarily looking for an actual committed relationship. They are just looking for a little cut buddy, just somebody to spend some time with or maybe hang out with from time to time or whatever, but they're not looking for an actual real relationship. So I think,
Got you.
I think you will get like you say, it may not be a whole lot of hits because a lot of women aren't going to be honest with themselves and say that that's just what they're looking for. A lot of them are really looking for actual relationships, and they settle for cut buddy situations from time to time, and they don't want to admit that. So a lot of women are gonna look at your profile and be like, ugh, like really he has the nerve to say that. But then
my tagline would be like, in the meantime.
Right, in the meantime.
In the meantime, you find
and
what
a lot
you're
of girls they end up trapped in the meantime phase, because they go into it, falling in love with potential of dudes and shit like that. And we're gonna be his girlfriend. I'm gonna be his girlfriend one day. He gonna ask me and all this shit. And the next thing you know, you look up, it's 6 months later, and you ain't no closer to being wifey or anything else like that. He done got you stuck in the meantime. And you would have been better off if you just admitted to yourself that you were willing to do that, and then just hooked up with the dude who said that's what he wanted to do from the beginning.
And to add to that, I think that it's women that want that, but dating apps are superficial. So people, people like, oh, this is what I want, this what I'm looking for, whatever. And to add on to that, what Alana Boo said, it's a lot of women who, in their mind, they're like, okay, I want a relationship, but some women aren't equipped. They themselves aren't equipped for a real relationship. They're not equipped to sustain an act. Like even if they met a man who like, okay, I'm marriage minded and he ready to move on that. A lot of women, that's what they want, but they aren't equipped to handle that. So it's like talking about lifting weights. Like if I use this analogy, it's like you want to build weight and you want to build muscle. He's like, yeah, I'm strong. I'm this, that, and the third. And you think that you can bench press 300 pounds, and then you get under that thing, and you see like your friend do it, and y'all been lifting weights, and then y'all just like, all right, we're gonna max out at 3. He do it, boom, he bounced it up one time. You get in that mug, you drop it to your chest, and then spot.
Right, you can't breathe.
For your spot.
No, you gonna
you like nigga, help, get this off, I'm gonna die. Right, exactly. Right. It's a lot of women out here who think they could do the heavy lifting of a relationship and actually be in a relationship and be, and that's what they want, but they don't realize like on your end, it's stuff that you need to be doing that you got to be doing, and that's not what they want. And it was like, oh, okay, I just want somebody, I just want companionship. Because there's a difference between a relationship and companionship.
Exactly.
Yeah, some women just want companionship because they broken and they don't have enough within themselves and they feel lonely and they want somebody there. And they think like that's a relationship.
That's
like,
a relationship.
That's not a relationship.
Nope, that's not what that is. I know a girl who swears that she wants, to be in a relationship and wants to be married and all this other kind of stuff, but she's in her own way. She for whatever reason, her guard is always up. She kind of barks at men, and it's always kind of like you tell her she's beautiful. Oh, so I wasn't beautiful yesterday. It's just kind of like that type of attitude towards me. And I'm like, well, how are you ever going to reach this goal, of being in a relationship if you're not willing to really take a look at yourself and see what it is that, you're doing wrong, or what it is that just kind of needs to be worked on, or kind of let your guard down a little bit, and, and be actually open so that when the man that God has for you comes along, you're able to recognize that. But like you say, a lot of people, they wrap it up in a relationship, but it's actually just companionship. They just want somebody there, filling that void.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually starting to see like some of the stuff I used to do back in the day, just listen to y'all. It's like, man, you know, because, you know, you're like, you're beautiful. And shit, I wasn't beautiful yesterday. And I'll probably be like, well, no, I ain't think that. But today I do. You know?
Right.
I would be there. I was that one. But I think it's interesting that these apps are so like it's just a wild west of dating because it's online. It's a new adventure. So let's move. So we got the setup. We've got our information in there. Freddie B talked about the preparedness, right? Being ready before you even get on the app. And we need to unpack that onion because I think Freddie B, you just kind of sliced the edge of that onion, but I think we need to unpack that onion a little bit more. And what I mean by that is because I think there's more layers there when it comes to men and women, where men have to be so prepared.
Stink too, boy.
Right, men have to be so prepared.
Make your eyes water.
Right. And the other side is like, ooh, what do the women have to do? You know, so so I would like to unpack that onion one day, but let's move on. So you guys are in the app. You found somebody. So what's the next move? Like, do you set up a date? Like, do you set up like a in-person meeting? I mean, do you instantly trust the person? How do you step it from online to in person?
For me and Sean.
Hold on, let me go first.
Okay.
I'm not. We're not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. Let me tell my little pitiful sad story, and then she can bring it in with the glory.
I'll bring it home.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it.
I'm gonna make this real quick. Me, like I said, I text, and you know, it's like I think that, you know, meeting up in a something casual. A lot of people, you know what I mean. I think that, you know, that works for people. It's like you go somewhere and it's casual, and it's a lot of people. It's something simple, and you talk, and I think for women, on the women's side, you know, I think women got to kind of lay with the boundaries. The boundaries not women have to lay the boundaries. The boundaries should be catered to the woman, what she feel comfortable with, obviously, for obvious reasons. And so I think that, you know, maybe like if she feel comfortable, like, okay, boom, hour, and we gonna meet up, and it's just gonna be an hour, and this will be, because this almost like I met a girl off Tinder in Croatia, which, you know, worked out really well. Made my birthday trip to Croatia that year wonderful. But when I was eating lunch, I was eating dinner. She came and met up with me, and she was just like, "Oh,
wonderful trip, huh?"
Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. Yeah. And she Thomas knows backstory. That's why he said it like that.
I'm being selfish, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm being selfish.
Right,
selfish.
Exactly. Super selfish. But she came through and told me, was like, you know, she already put the disclaimer out there, like, I got to do, because I think she was just getting off work. She said she had to do some other stuff for work, so she'll swing through. She said, I'll come through, swing through, but essentially real quick while you eating dinner. She came through, we talked, we vibed, and we stayed together for the rest of the early evening all the way into the night. We went out to this club that I was looking at it. She's like, let's go to this club. But she set it up to where she had an escape plan. So if she met up with me and it was weird or whatever, it was whack, then boom, hey, I got to roll because I got to go back and do this. I think that's what it should be. Like, let's meet up. You know, we can meet up real quick for about an hour somewhere, maybe get some drinks or some coffee or whatever, and da-da-da-da. She fill it out, and it's like, okay, we vibing. This is good. And then she can just keep it going.
So wait a minute. So for you, you're saying she set up like with the escape plan, basically. I like that idea. Okay.
Yeah, she came in with an out.
Yeah, I mean, because with me, like, I look at things like if I had a daughter, what would I tell her? I would tell, like, yeah, meet up with him, but nigga, have an escape plan. Have something like, oh, I got to go and do this. So meet up with him, fill it out. He doing, you know, like for an hour. You know, he's talking to him an hour. If you having fun, then, you know, then you can elongate it an hour. You can act like you about to text somebody or call somebody and hey, let me push it back, and then push it back another hour. And then if it's still going good and you feel like, okay, you want to rock out to whatever time, just, you know, then you can be like, look, you know what? I told him I'll meet with him tomorrow, whatever but have that escape plan prior, like plan that all out. So when you go, you can execute it, and whenever you want to bounce, you can bounce. And it, cause like, I mean, like, I think that's an example of a little fib is fine, because I think that's an example of, cause some dudes is like, all right, I'll meet with you, and if an hour is cool, I'll stay. But if it's not, I'm gonna leave. Like, I think that's unnecessary, because he don't need to know all that. Because, you know what I mean? You can meet with him, he like, what? That's what the bitch told me? Okay, he can plan in his mind that he gonna do something nefarious.
Right.
No, I think I've dated some sophisticated women like they have done exactly what you said with the whole having the escape plan thing, and at first I thought it was being rude because like every hour it would come up and she'd be like, "Well, let me see what's doing this or what's that," and I never thought to myself once that like she was doing her check in and she was like, "Everything's cool, we chilling, we gonna keep going." Like I never thought of it like that. I just thought like, man, this is. But this is also, y'all don't laugh, but this is also, cell phones and the smartphone and everything, It's a little different situation. The girl go on their phone, you start getting like, what's going on in the phone? What's in the phone? Now it's like that's normalized. Like people, both sides be in their phone while they at dinner.
But I think you on a date, especially a first date, like there's no reason why you should be on your phone.
Right.
Like there's no reason. Like if I'm with a chick or whatever, like and she get on the phone, even first date, I feel like you need to tell me what you about to do because it's just disrespect. It's the first date. I don't know you. You don't know me. Your attention should be me. My attention is you to get to know you. Because it's like I'm being intentional. I'm being purposeful. If you on your phone, you're not paying attention to me. So if you about to get on your phone, it should be. And I'm not saying like you should tell me because I rule you. I'm just saying courtesy. Like, hey, let me hit my girl real quick, or I need to do something real quick, and you do it. Boom, 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 and then we back to the date. Because I would do the same thing for her. Like, I wouldn't just hop on my phone and be scanning through my phone. That's disrespectful as hell. Why somebody talking to you?
Yeah. I agree.
So Alana Boo.
Okay,
so your profile set up, everything's good, it's popping. How we get that first date? How we get that first,
How
situation?
we get married? That's what we really want to know.
Oh, we want. But no, we got to get the first because we got to get out the app. She got to go from the app to reality at this point.
That's what time it is. I'm asking you how I get the ring. I'm playing.
So for me, like Freddie B said, it's best if the woman kind of sets like the comfort level, the boundaries or whatever. So what I would basically do, we would exchange some messages within the app first.
Oh, so you ain't giving the number yet. You gonna hold off.
No, we got to see if we vibing in the app. I got to see, you got to get a little glimpse of your personality, a little bit of your sense of humor. And then from there, if I, feel comfortable enough, then okay, so then I always ask them, are you an Android or you got an iPhone?
Oh, snap. We get judged on that too? What if we got both?
It's not that I'm really judging you. All I want to know is, can we FaceTime? That's all I want to know because I'm an Apple user. So all I want to know is, can we FaceTime?
We can FaceTime. WhatsApp. Google Duo is on iPhones.
Yeah, I know. But, I just want to know if you had an Apple or Android. That was just my personal preference.
No, you want to know if the bubbles come up green or blue.
So I asked that. Then we go to we exchange numbers, and then from there it's a conversation. It's not text messages. We're either calling or we're FaceTiming or something like that. Because I had a like the ones who I noticed that the ones who was bullshitting, all they want to do is text.
Well, I was about to say because it seems like you have to have both oral and written skills to date these days. You have to be great at both.
To spell and have proper grammar.
Oh, I wouldn't have survived.
Oh my god! Hell yeah! This nigga Thomas misspells my name.
Yeah, I wouldn't survive.
Like, how are you misspelling Freddie? Freddie. This nigga Freeedy. Like, nigga, where you getting all these E's
Freedy
from?
B.
Hi, Freedy.
Right, this nigga Thomas is keep buying E's. Like, there are no more E's to buy, sir. None.
I already bought that, Val.
Yeah, you done bought all of them. But
I remember I told Thomas this. This nigga just laughed in my face. Like, nigga, what? That's not even my name. Like, what?
I mean, hey, man, listen. I always tell people I can't be good at everything. Now you gotta let me alone. Like, let me try this other thing over here. Let me do this other stuff.
Imagine misspelling somebody's name. They tell you misspell their name and you laugh in their face. Imagine that.
Just rude.
I mean,
so disrespectful.
I mean, because it said Freedy. I thought they do say Freedy on there. Man, that's crazy.
This thing just told himself that's crazy. Not oh snap. Let me change it.
Yeah, let me fix that. No. He gonna keep rolling with it.
I mean, yeah, so my bad, man. So hey, listen. I tell people up front, you hired me to do this other stuff. You ain't hired me to spell shit right. So, let's just get on past that.
That's
okay?
hilarious.
Let's get past that, can't we? This is why I don't like doing manual stuff. And, I'm going to tell you some irony of my life is I write SOPs. Like, so,
what is that?
Standard operating procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a grand irony of the life. But, yeah. Right. Proceed, please.
So, yes, you need written and verbal communication skills.
You got to have both.
Today, nowadays.
Stupid ass.
Yeah. So, you need to stay in your relationship.
I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
She said, "There's nothing out here for you."
Hey, nothing out here for you. No, but yeah. So after good conversation in the app, then we exchange numbers and we have some conversations. Depending on where they live, depends on how soon we can actually meet up. So
wait a minute. So okay, so because it's a technology called geofencing, which keeps everything in a relatively a general area if you want to. So you telling me you dating across borders here?
Oh yeah, like on certain apps, you can set your perimeter to like how far away you're willing to go.
Oh,
to
okay.
find
So
somebody.
that's one of the fine details you can add to the profile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
like on eHarmony, it'll ask you like in terms of mileage, like how far away are you willing to to go to find somebody.
I just want to know on the black apps, do it say next door? Can you put like I don't as far as about next door? Yeah, that's about. I mean, I guess in New York there would still be a lot of people though. For some people, depending on where you live.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, so like for instance with Sean, he was in Maryland, I was in Tennessee. So
relatively like what was that space you put in with like 200 miles?
I think I put
300? Okay.
Yeah. I think I put 300 in terms of like my radius of, from.
So you was casting your net wide. You want you cast your thing out there like.
Cause I knew my husband was not in Tennessee. I had a feeling. I was like, wow. I said my dude is not in Tennessee. I'm like these bums I keep meeting. Like,
oh dang.
No man. Like I just had a
in
feeling.
Tennessee.
That's like every chick who from Nashville. They like, nah, he ain't here.
He ain't
My
here.
husband is not in Nashville. I don't even want to go to college in Nashville. That's most people in Nashville be saying.
And that's my problem because I'm from Nashville and I went to college in Nashville. So I already knew. I was like, he ain't here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, so we talked for about 2 weeks, since he was in Maryland, FaceTime and each other every night, for like hours at a time, which was good because, it would go into those late night hours into the 12, 1 o'clock, and he was on Eastern time, I'm on Central. So that let me know, okay, so he ain't living with a chick. Because
right. That's good. I didn't. See how she did that. Y'all see what she did? Okay, audience, check that out. That was slick.
That's
that was
women.
slick.
That's how women roll. They do like little detective work. That's
That's
detective.
slick.
Like, hold on, we talking to 12. Okay, so he don't live with nobody. Ain't nobody came in.
Well, nobody blowing up his phone. Calling and stuff like that. Well, nobody ever called him like during all these FaceTime conversations we were having. So I was like, all right, it's 12, 1 o'clock. Ain't nobody coming in. Who you talking to? Or ain't nobody coming through the door. He got to show me the layout of his house, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you made him do cribs? Let's do cribs, boo. Let's do cribs. I see what you did
Lana
there.
was not playing with
She
it.
is.
She
No.
She investigative reporter over here.
I'm telling you, I got really good at online dating during this period of time.
You in the wrong profession, Alana. You
Right.
get out of banking and get the CSI crime scene investigation. That's what you need to get into.
I would be able to look at a profile for my homegirls and be like, nope, he full of shit. Nope. And then they would be like, well, let me just see.
I need to send you my profile.
Right. Yeah, a lot of
Let me
my
clean this up.
profile consultation services.
Right.
Make this money in COVID.
Right.
Selling houses, dating profile consultation, and your regular job.
Right.
Exactly. Just where the money reside. Yeah, that's what we need to get
Right,
there.
where the money reside. Where the money reside.
So yeah, I mean, we finally decided to I decided to fly myself up. I didn't get flued out because I had to plan my escape. If necessary, I couldn't have my itinerary or anything regarding my travels in anybody else's hands.
Gotcha.
Especially since I'm just now, getting to know this person. So, but yeah, so I went up and he met me. He came into the airport, picked me up, and the rest is kind of history. Like we started dating, from there. That trip that I went up there, he asked me to be his girl, and I was like, all right. Let's do it.
That's what's up. So he asked you like straight up, like, "Hey, you want to be my girl?" And you was like, "Oh, snap, traditional. Okay, yes."
Yep.
So
That's
okay,
what it was.
and so we got through the process. You both had your first interactions. They went how they went. What I'm kind of curious is how do you close out? Because in these apps, normally there's more than one a hit, right? There's like a few hits, right? That you're exploring.
Right.
At what point in time is it like, okay, because of course, when you're on your way to marriage, you better be closed out. But I'm just saying, in that in between time before things are really getting serious, is that when you really start to shut down the other people? Or
Yeah, you just, in my instance, I just stopped responding. You know what I'm saying?
oh damn, so you just cold turkey.
I just started ghosting people. I just started ghosting people. You know what I'm saying? Went ahead and the funny thing is, he hit me, like Sean hit me up. It was my last week of my subscription on eHarmony.
Woo! So you almost had to pay another round, girl.
So I wouldn't, because at that point I had dealt with a little foolishness, so I was kind of just gonna take a break from online dating, period. But yeah, he hit me up the last week of my subscription. The funny thing is, he did a year subscription and he found me in the first week. So
wow.
I was like, damn.
I mean, well, actually, it's two ways you can look at it. You can like, damn, he just hopped on and found it quick. But then you can look at it like, this nigga spent all that money for a whole year. And the first week he got the game.
Year, and
he wasted all the rest.
The rest of it was totally wasted.
Depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah, it was fun. I told him you need to play the lottery. I said, because you found me in your first week, you lucky. So,
but that was a expensive lottery ticket. He ain't buy just one. He bought a year's worth.
Yeah, he bought a year's worth. But yeah, so yeah, I just started ghosting people, and and I went ahead and deleted the app, and I took myself off of whatever other apps I was on. Like I said, I had at that point I was on Black People Meet. And I think I had tried Match at one point, but I wasn't really like
Match.com one.
Yeah, I wasn't really like
we forgot
serious.
about that one.
Yeah, I wasn't really super serious on Match. So, but yeah, so I just ghosted folks and went on about dealing with my boo.
Wow.
And he went ahead and deleted the app himself too, but he couldn't cancel because he'd already paid for a year, so he just deleted the app.
Is there any residual? Is there any residual like profile data stuff that you had to go back and clean up, like just in case you got your information end up on the dark web or something like that?
No, and one thing I would tell people: do not use your full real name on no
Okay, that's a good note.
Website.
That's a good note.
Because the funny thing is, he thought I was catfishing him.
What you mean?
He thought I was catfishing him.
Oh, because he found your Facebook, didn't he?
No, what happened was I used my middle name. On the on the eHarmony app, and I told him in our conversation, I told him I lived in Antioch, but when I put in my real zip code in the eHarmony website, it brought up Cane Ridge. And, Cane Ridge is adjacent to Antioch or whatever. So he was like, hold on, you catfishing me. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, your profile say Cane Ridge, but you told me you live in Antioch. I was like, they right beside each other, fool. So he was like, oh, okay. So I had to bring him down. When he came down to Nashville, I kind of just drove through and told him, see, this is Cane Ridge, this is Antioch. Same shit. They just decided to split them.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought it was all Antioch. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
It started when they built the new high school, Cane Ridge High School.
Yeah.
This is actually a nice high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so they decided, to just kind of branch that little section off and make it Cane Ridge all of a sudden. So,
I mean, it's better to sell houses. It's like because Antioch kind of had like a stigma on it.
Yeah,
so
it gets a bad
little bit of a
sometimes.
stain. A little bit of a
Yeah.
stain.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, this house is in Cane Ridge.
It's in Cane Ridge.
Ooh, Cane Ridge. Ooh, y'all got sugar out there. Ooh, y'all grow sugar. Ooh, I want that house.
Mm-hmm.
So Freddie B, you I'm just assuming you're still in the dating app game. Am I right to say that?
Man, man. I gotta be the Kermit with the hood on. She the Kermit with no hood, it's just regular, and I gotta be the dark Kermit.
Well, the reason why I was going to ask was because I'm kind of curious. Okay, at what point, as far as your exit plan, do you move to the next app? Because I'm assuming that you're okay. I didn't find what I'm looking for here. Now I gotta hop, to the next one. Like, do you have that experience? Are you? Because I just listed 18 apps, but it's more than what I listed. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if you have that experience or not.
I mean, I just like the apps, like because Tinder been in the game for a minute. I think everybody that's kind of where Tinder has changed the game with the whole swipe left, right. They was the first one to do it. Not everybody, damn near every app got swipe right, swipe left. So I did the Tinder, and usually when I travel, I hop on Tinder, and when I do that, I'm really just trying to find a tour guide. I'm not even really trying to like.
Oh, is that what we call them now?
Shut up, man. Like this nigga right
Is that what we call them now?
I mean, I used to say I'm going sightseeing, so I get it. You know, sometimes you need a tour guide to go sightseeing. I figure.
This nigga Thomas has turned into a sniper on the show. He just sniper Thomas. He just sit back and just listen like, oh, okay. Snipe. Pew, pew. Got your dumb ass. But no, when I travel, I for real do that. I try to find me somebody there that that's gonna want to take me around because she think I'm cute or whatever, and I'm American and I got a little money, and
I see what you mean. Yeah,
show me the sights, to let me know, because it's only so far you can Google a city and you can have a good working idea of what goes on in the city, but you don't really know until you get somebody who actually live in the streets and they know, right. Like, nah, don't go over here, like, nah, that what you saw online, nah, that ain't this the spot you want to hit. So like Croatia, the chick Croatia, she took me to a club that was next door to the club I was gonna go to. She was like, nah, this the club you want to go to. And then when we got out there, I saw what the hell she was talking about. It looked like something out of them Eastern European movies where the mob, somewhere you go into some place and then they down there chopping up people and stuff. Like that one bit I was going, that's what it looked like. I was like, oh, nigga, what the hell? Like, like those Eastern European buildings that's like all low and they white, but they look dirty on the front.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looked like. And I'm out there dolo solo, and it ain't real well lit. It wasn't well lit out there because it was a little bit away from the city. So, you know what I mean? But she gave me the lowdown. But, I mean, the dating apps I get on from Tinder, it was just stuff I heard about, like people I meet, like with Hinge. I was at an Everyday People party here in New York. And there's one chick I know, I just happened to run into at the party. We was talking and just conversing. Then she was like, yeah, I'm on Hinge. And she showed me Hinge, like, oh, word. And I got on Hinge and got some, like I said, got some nice little hits. But I just go by word of mouth. Chicks be like, yo, you should hop on this.
And then that's how you make your move. So you moving basically like you would in real life, word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth. But I mean, I much rather like move in real life, like meet, because like in real life when I meet people, like things work so much better than me just based off my, like I said, body language and how my sense of humor works. My sense of humor works, like, especially when you see me, like you see my face in conjunction of what I'm saying. So some of my sense of humor is dry sense of humor don't come off on the internet because you can't see my face. You can't see, right? You can't see my body language and some of the stuff I say. That's why it works, because I'm saying it like I'm serious, but I'm playing, and so it's funny. You know what I mean? Online, you lose all that nuance. You know what I mean? And then like I said, then you got so many crazy men out here who have done bogus stuff, and then I say something and she think I'm serious. It's like, I'm not serious. I'm not that invested into this situation to be that serious to want to do something to you like that. Right. But it's just one of them things, like I said. But I acknowledge, like, even my pictures I post, I've showed women like, nah, chicks have told me all the time. I've heard this multiple times that I look better in person in my pictures. So I don't get it. I don't understand it, but apparently I look worse on my profile than I do in real life. Wow. So like, obviously that's gonna kill you. Like, I had this one chick tell me, like, yeah, on your profile I would probably give you like a 6 or a 7, but in real life you're like, you 8, 9. Like, you actually like really cute in real life, but this profile don't convey that. I was like, oh snap. But then I don't care enough to really put the work in to like try to, I don't know what to do. So I just,
wait a minute, you do know what to do now. You got to send it to Alana Boo.
Right.
You got to send the picture to Alana Boo so she can tell you, nah, they ain't gonna holler at that one.
You need a 45
But then again, I may not
45 degree up angle.
But see, the thing is, I may not have any pictures to even. She might mess up, look at all my pictures like, nigga, all these pictures actually suck. All these pictures ain't gonna work. Like, you need a whole photo shoot. And it's like, damn, Lana Boo.
That
I don't want to do a photo shoot for Tinder.
Crazy. So whether you've had success or not, it seems that there is something to be said about online dating apps. And listen, did we cover everything? We got from the top to the bottom, I think, the dating apps. Yeah, the successes, the failures, and all the in-betweens, Listen, if you out there looking to date and trying to get back in the game, this is COVID-19, so dating apps is the only way to go right now. I'm just going to let you know. Unless you bump into somebody with a mask on in the store, because I heard everybody look good in the mask. I heard everybody look good with they only show your eyes.
Check the mouth.
Check the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. See, I love teeth and smiles too much.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They say everybody look good in the mask. In the mask, right? When you when the mask come out.
I done seen some mugs in the mask. Like, I'm still like, that's a no.
Oh, damn.
Okay, this all right. Here we go.
That's a different level of ugly.
Stupid question. You meet somebody in the store. You ask them if you're on a dating app, they say yes. Do you try to go and then try to see if y'all match, or do you try to shoot your shot right then? Y'all in the mask though. It's COVID-19.
I think that's moving backwards. Like you on a dating app, I'm gonna go find you on a dating app.
That's moving backwards. That's working in reverse. Let's pivot in reverse.
Yeah. If anything, I'm gonna say you got. What's your Instagram? You know how the kids do.
What's your IG? Yeah, what's your IG? You got IG?
Yeah.
What's your IG?
Get the IG. But even that, shoot. Like last night, I did. This is one chick I know. She owned this restaurant. She asked me to come help serve, and she had 2 other girls working. We started talking about Instagram. They put up their Instagram. I saw their pictures. I was like, that's you. I was like, oh snap! Like that's you. Like and it just came out. But she looks so much like that's what I said. The filters. She looked like on her Instagram. I'm like, oh snap! I might holler her in person. I'm like, I don't think so.
So I wonder, do women get offended by that? Because I have experienced something very similar to what you just said, and I didn't want to like say nothing else because I didn't know if her response was like, so what you think I'm ugly or what you think I'm cute? You know what I mean? Because I seen somebody when I was out. And I was looking through IG, and she said her IG name, and I went and looked up on IG, and I was like, and I seen the pictures on IG, and I'm like, yo, I'm in the barbershop, I see this chick, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? Oh, this you right here? But I said it like in my way with my face, and I have to remember my face is like it don't hold back, and so I said, this you right here, and I looked at her, and I held my phone and put it in her face, and she was like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, oh, I was like, for real, and I looked at it again. I was like, yo, this chick is like a supermodel on IG, but in person.
Well, here's the question. Like, did she tell you what her IG name was and you went and looked it
up? No, I was just sitting in the chair and she was talking to the guy next to me. And she was like,
okay,
my IG. I went and popped into it and I was like, oh, okay, boom, this. I was like, boom, this you. And she was like, yeah, but then like, I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at her. I'm like, ugh. Like that don't look like her, because she asked me something afterwards, like to the fact of like, oh yeah, she was talking about her swimsuit pictures. She said, what you think about the swimsuit pictures? Oh, these cool. That's what I said. I try to play off. These cool. Like that. But I mean, she was terrible. Like her pictures look great. Her pictures look amazing. I'm like, yo, they polished these bad boys all the way up, elbow grease and all.
Oh,
whatever they put on.
Because like when you say like that, sometimes she might have been thinking like you just trying to make sure it's her. In my case, the girl I gave her my phone to go in the search, and she typed her own name in and pulled it up, and then she hit follow on me and then gave me my phone
she
back.
Made you follow.
Yeah, she made me follow.
She hijacked your follow.
Yeah, and so then she gave my phone back.
Yeah, she stole.
She said, "I need that up off you."
Is that a rape? Is that a technically like a follow rape?
It's a social media rape.
Social rape.
Follow.
Gotta be. But then she gave my phone back, and I saw her profile, and I was like, "This you?" Like, so obviously it's her because she typed her own name in and hit follow the whole 9. So
you really messed that one up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, but it just came out because I was like, oh snap, because she was like, she had like a little swimsuit on and like a little reveal and stuff and the thirst traps.
And that seems to be like the going thing with IG, right? Swimsuits, right?
Mm-hmm. Thirst trap.
Is IG now? This is the last big question of the hour, but I'm just kind of curious. Is IG a dating app technically? Because in the whole like
slide in DMs,
right? Well, I was about to say like Angela Simmons, like that song. He says like Angela Simmons. Is that your guy who did that song?
Yeah.
In your DMs,
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just.
I got a crush on Angela Simmons. That's right. I got a crush on Angela Simmons.
He said it twice.
Yeah, I got a crush on Angela.
Must be nice.
Simmons.
But
that's like a Royce the 5'9" was like, "Hey Rihanna."
That was so weird that he did that song and then her own dad referenced that song, like in a conversation. He was out to follow the daughter conversation with her about her and her dating, and I was just like, that is so odd that he referenced that song. Like, why?
Yeah.
That was so.
I think all social media is a level of dating because it's called social media. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna be social with somebody, then you can do that. I remember like I've had the best quote unquote dating app, if you want to call it that I've ever had is Twitter. Twitter, man, when Twitter was hot, I used to murder on Twitter, man. That's where I've had the most like connections with people on Twitter.
Is it because it's nonverbal and non-image?
I think it's because like you got your Twitter profile and then people can see your tweets when you're not talking to them and they start getting a feel of who you are, and then they know who you are. And like I said, it starts to replicate real life through text, and so the people I start talking to, I'm like, boom, they follow me, we talking, and like I said, you can see my tweets when I'm not talking to you. You see the type of person I am, and so like, okay, that's Freddie. And then when I'm talking to you, when I tweet stuff at you, we're going back and forth through tweet. Like, you not stuff I'm saying ordinarily, you might be offended by or something like that. You might feel away, but then like, oh, this is Freddie. Okay. And he's stupid. He just being stupid. And then it just keep going. And then, you boss up back at me, like, okay, and then it gives you more freedom, especially if you're that type of person that can hang. You get more freedom. You talking back at me. You coming back at me with stuff. And we had that camaraderie that we build up, and then boom, then, it's on.
That sounds good, man. Well, listen, all hearts and minds clear. Have we gotten all the ins and outs to the dating apps? I think we did.
Alana did.
Oh, well,
she married.
Well, Lana. What Alana has is the results working in her favor of the dating apps. You know what I mean? Like,
it is possible.
She has what we call the success story.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I got the unsuccess story. That's what you mean.
You have the in progress story. Let's do that. Let's speak positively. You have the in progress story.
We're gonna put your profiles under construction.
Your story's pending, Freddie B. It's pending. You know what I'm saying? It's downloading, initiating. Listen, things we have way too many feelings about online dating apps. Send us a message. Our handles are in the description below. Let us know how you feel about the online dating arena and your woes to the ins and outs of online dating. This has been a good one, y'all. I've been here with
your main man Freddie B, trying to get married like Alana B.
I see you. He trying to, hey, monkey see, monkey do. Monkey wanna be.
Why we gotta be monkeys, nigga?
Well, why you gotta be nigga monkeys? I don't know. You put that.
I am so glad that you are African American.
Oh, yeah.
You was white. You said that.
It'll be a whole nother conversation, but that's another episode for another time. And who else we had?
Oh my goodness, it's your girl Lana Boo.
Booyah! You see what happened?
Alana just on the side witnessing
the carnage.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Hey, and I'm yours truly, T Staples. And make sure you catch us next time when we have too many feelings. Peace.